here we are. We got installed the DeepSeek, and we're going to load a 9 gigabyte model, language model, and we're going to see if this could produce an output based on what I give it, which is going to be a new text-based social network, common ground. Not found. So try that. So we have 14B. Rendering. Okay. So I think I could just take the text content of what I want. Let's see, how can I see, shortcuts, send, set, show. I don't know how to attach a file, so I'm going to paste the text from the file, which is, I think I had it open. I might have to open it again, so here we are. We're going to use here, text editor. We're going to go open, and here, common ground site description 2. Okay, Control copy that. And then please provide all files to make a social media site based on these requirements. All right. There it goes. It's coming up with something. Well, it's got a lot to say. Without me giving its input for the actual site that I want done. See how this works here. Interesting. I didn't even tell it anything, and it's already thinking for me. But it doesn't know exactly the type of site that I want. So I'll wait until it finishes regurgitating what it knows. Yep. Oh, now he wants me to use a database, but for starting out, we're not going to use a database. We're going to use a CSV file, so here it is. Okay, so I'm trying to understand this common ground social networking thing. From what I gather, it is a text-based document, meaningful conversations and community building. They use a fixed way font. Yep, it understands it. Okay, good. So it's understanding what I gave it, and we'll see what comes of it. Yep. Seems to understand. This is pretty cool if it does it. Now, how to get the code from here and how easy that would be, I don't know. In terms of copy and paste. Maybe this is output into a hash file. So we can take a look at that, see if it's hashing anything anywhere. And I don't know exactly where it might be doing that. Let's check hidden files. Let's go to local. So I think that's where it stores things. Go to bin. Okay, that's it. Alright, not there. Let's go to share. See if there's anything in share that, you know, the DeepSeek. I don't see it there. Again, I didn't really read any of the documentation for this, so I may be way off base here. We'll find out. I'm slipping on the keyboard as usual. So, I'm going to write this down. There we are. Write that down. Alright. Can you please code files. Requirements requested. There we are. So it's thinking. Seems to be regurgitating what it just said. Let's see if it actually does anything with it, though. Okay. Alright. Okay, so it's specifying now the files that it needs and the permissions. Yep, it's providing the code. This is wild. Now, a lot of the other service providers, either over the API or internet, or even local ones, kind of bail out after a moment of time. So, if we could have all this stuff actually produced in a text file somewhere, then I'd be less concerned about filling the buffer for line text and bash here. And trying to copy and paste everything. So it's generated 3 files so far. So this is quite interesting. It's doing what it's doing here, and it seems that my 1080 Ti graphics GPU by NVIDIA is pretty sufficient for getting this done in a reasonable manner, at a reasonable speed. It seems to be doing it real time. So I want to see if it's outputting this content into some cache file somewhere so I could grab it. Where does the output go as a file when using DeepSeek large language models? Okay, see what it says here. Using DeepSeek, the output generated by is typically displayed directly within the interface you're interacting with, but you can usually download the output as a text file on the platform or tool you're accessing. The exact location of the download file will depend on the file system. No automatic file creation. Interface display, download option. Most DeepSeek platforms over download or save button. Well, there's no button, this is text only, so I don't know exactly what it's doing, suggesting that. So I'm going to pause this recording and see if any of this code amounts to a complete set for the website. I believe it needs more files than this, including a CSS file. So I'm not exactly thrilled. So it doesn't seem to give me the full code. It would have been a lot bigger with all my requirements than this. So here we are. We're going to pause, and then I'll record the next segment when we're ready to see something new. All right, so I asked it to add more of the PHP files and also include a CSS file. So it's generating that right now. And then I think the next phase is to finish setting this up. It doesn't seem to be following the rules that I gave it for the CSS file, so I'm going to reiterate what those rules are, and hopefully it changes it. But we're going to start out with its recommendation. So header, footer, and index. Yeah, I think these are the ones that are missing anyways. So we'll have to ask for it to generate those. It doesn't generate the entire site right away. That's why you got to ask it. You know, and I'll tell you which files it needs to still do. This doesn't look like it closes, does it? Huh. Alright, copy that. I'm going to pause again until we get this all together. Alright, so I'm trying it to adapt to specifications provided in the text for the website because it's using default information for it and default CSS styling for a CSS file, the site needs to be responsive, maximizing screen usage per device size, screen size. Thank you. There we go. Let's see what it does. Yeah, responsiveness is a key requirement. Yes, 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 yes. There we are. It's regenerating all that to be compliant to it. I don't know what services is or about is or contact. That's nothing that I specified. So it's definitely inserting its own interpretation of what's missing. I'm going to try doing this with the CSS that's provided. Hopefully this will work. It's doing the screen size detection right here for how the text will be formatted, and we'll see what happens. Oh, there's the index page. Okay, what was this other thing? Oh, here, what is this thing? Header file. Oh, it's adding a de facto menu option, I guess. I don't know. It still says my website. I've clearly stated in the text that I provided it the actual name of the site and the purpose of the site, and it didn't seem to forward all that over. I'm going to see how well this works regardless of that, and just hard code what I need in that for that. Oh, and I've inverted what I asked it to do. It's also not doing monofont, so I have to tell it again. Okay, so please make sure the CSS specifies monofont is fixed with. Also, the text is orange, so the alt text on black background. And please use the title and subtitle of the website as specified in this text. And copy that text over again, because I don't know, it's missing stuff. I don't know why. See here, comment. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is an old incarnation of the status of how to make the site work. So I got to specify here site name, site subtitle. The title. I got to make sure it all matches up first. Copy that, go back over here, we'll paste it, boom. There we go, all right. There we are. There we goes. There we go, now it's using monofont. And it's calling the CSS file what it needs to be, as I had specified from the beginning. So, I guess you gotta tame it and tell it to read the whole thing, and implement exactly what you tell it to, and then it will work. That's what it looks like right now. It looks like it's working. All right. Here he goes. Alright, so that's the CSS file. We're going to copy that now. Styles, that is. So we got it right there. That's that. Copy. Styles.css. I'm going to delete the old one. So this one's a lot bigger anyways. There you go. Shift and save. Make this bigger so I can kind of see what I'm doing. You know when I'm doing that? There, okay. So we're going to open it again just to see if everything's there. Yep, looks like everything is there. Looks good. Alright. Now next stuff to implement here. One includes response element designs. Yes, that's okay. Does it have for tables? It doesn't have for tables, so well, this will be version 1 of the website, alpha status. So that's all I got right now so far. Is there anything else missing from the website that still needs to be generated? Alright, let's figure out if there's anything missing. Error handling for forms, okay. Yeah, we might need that. And moderation. Here's a priority list of what might be missing from the common ground website. Alright, so now it's telling me what it's missing. It's adding stuff I didn't ask it, such as SEO improvements. So, enhance accessibility, text, add CSS features. I don't want animations. Performance optimization, SEO improvements, additional styling needs, backing considerations. No, I think we're at a good point right now getting this website working for this. So I'm going to open up a new window here, web browser window, okay, like that. And I have the software here. This is an older iteration of the software that just doesn't work right. Regardless, it's thinks I'm logged in when I'm not. As soon as I click on something, it says login required. So we're going to replace that with the latest here. So I'll load FileZilla here and open it up in another screen that you can't see. Maybe I should just pause it right now when I get this all loaded. There we are. Pause. There's a couple things that may be missing from this. So we're going to go to the terminal again where we have it loaded. Two things. So that I think of right off the bat before even launching the website, just looking at the code. We need credential storage. Okay, so my asset is, are the following two functions missing? One, let's see, credential storage per user and PHP file should include a login PHP and with logout options. Okay, and two, it's the second one, credential storage. Login, logout. What did I mention there? Where's the other one? I already forgot. Oh yeah, the ASCII. Not ASCII. Also, do not think you saw the code for ASCII art conversion of profile image and post image generation. Also, please delete any photos uploaded once they get processed into ASCII art. There we are. Let's see what we got here. And, oh, look at this. First, I need to understand why these features are important. Huh. I also need to consider security best practices. Okay. Final answer. Here we are. Alright, so we are conversion, yes. By addressing these missing functionalities, Common will embrace both security through a robust authentication system. Okay. Can you please provide the missing files and anything or files needed to be replaced for this to be production ready for invite only, beta testing purposes. There. Yep, okay. It always refers to me giving the input as in third person, which I think is interesting. Okay, so here we go. Final answer. Yes, it's always going to say final answer. And there's register. There's dbconfig contains database configuration details. Now it wants me to use a database. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I might have to now. I guess it's more secure for using a database, but it's not my MO on this. I don't want something that's going to be a hassle to back up and relaunch somewhere else. Yeah, database structure. Yeah, right. So I'm going to tell it to create without a database. So these are sections of the same script. That's what it's doing. Okay. Can you please update to a flat website where credentials and all other data are stored as files. At least for now. As the stage of the website is a mere proof of concept design. Thank you. So I need to switch common ground to do this to store everything. Flat files for the sake. Simplicity during the testing phase, yeah. Let's see something here. See what's using in the internet. Sending out to back to China. Actually, this won't tell me that, but or would it? Llama server running. Okay. Alright, well, whatever. Let's see if it's making use of yeah, it is using heavily the GPU. That's cool. Definitely maximizing the use of the GPU. It's using the max amount of memory that it has available with just a little bit of room for breathing. So it doesn't do it to the extent where it crashes, which is important. Relatively important anyways. Alright, and user ID. So now it's going to be doing the credential storage in the PHP file, which is fine. And these are code snippets, so I don't know exactly how this comes together in the code. Here we go. Can you? Oh, here. Can you please provide the full file contents for each file modified so far? Thank you. Okay, let's get there. There we are. I was listing the files. I guess there's a JSON file for users and session. So that's interesting. It's going to actually give me the PHP code for this. We'll see, find out soon enough anyways. If it doesn't do this, then I'm going to find other means using maybe the other GPT software. The other GPT software is a little bit easier to do with this. So, all right, here we are. For the hash values or dummy values, okay. And these should be securely hashed using PHP's password hash function. All right, so this is a more secure method that it's going to use to do this. Session information, there he is. Alright, so I don't know if I have to generate those to begin with. Obviously there's got to be some way for me to log into it to add users. Alright, we'll grab this right here. This is register.php. Right here, register.php. Copy. Get out of that. I'm going to go to register, which we don't have yet, register.php. This is new. Okay, so we got that. Okay, and this is login. Okay. It's interesting how all this code is tight enough to fit on one screen estate that I'm using here. Kind of makes me wonder if there's things missing that I had specified it to do. There's that. Okay, we got that. Let's see what else we got here. Alright, this is config.php. So it's adding more files now that it didn't before. I just wonder what's happening here. You should implement additional security measures. Okay. Yeah, I got the HTTPS working. Alright, I'm going to see if the site amounts to anything right now. Let's see what files I got. There's definitely no hierarchy structure with the folders yet. even though it specifies that what you need, like a data folder. And that might be all we need is a data folder. So make dir data. You can create files and folders, but I don't know if I have it, gonna have it set up to create folders. Probably better not. Better off not doing that. All right. Okay, so now I want to get logged in here. I'm going to pause this because I have to get the files on the server, and I don't have the server credentials on this computer yet. So I'm asking it to set up a default de facto password access once it's being set up for the first time for the admin account, and it's generating the code for that. So it's not telling me where to put these files or these additions though. So I gotta figure that one out. So check if setup is complete, create the function, check if the website, okay. See, it's not telling me what files to edit with this. So, okay, what PHP file do I use to include these functions? So we'll get that answer here. Set of functions.php, okay. All right. We'll copy that. Oh, here. It's still writing, so I gotta wait till it finish writing. There we go. Okay, so it's actually provided in the full file this time for setup functions, which is really, really useful because I don't know how to follow this stuff without being able to do that. And if it's the full screen, so I don't have to deal with scrolling issues with copy and paste. Alright, so you set up functions.php, right? Go paste and save. Default password. Include this file in your main application file, which would be index, okay, or config. Alright, put this in index. Alright, so copy here, go to nano index, and put at the bottom. See right after that, and paste. I didn't do anything. Oh, Control Shift Paste. There we go. That did something. So we get these snippets. Load the functions one time if it's new. Site, there's that. What else we gotta do? Create a separate setup page. Okay. And this one calls the setup function, which is good. Now we gotta do this. There we are. Boom, bada bang, bada boom. Copy that. Alright, nano setup.php. Paste. Okay, there we go. So I don't know which one we call first. Maybe it defaults to that automatically from the index file that we edited. So I'm going to try that. Right, so the website should be working now. I should get an error 500 with this, password setting thing for first time. We're going to try it. Reload. So refresh reload. Okay, still not working. We're going to copy over here, paste it incognito. So, it's not cached. And, yep, it's still not working. So I'm going to tell the GPT that we get error 500 and see what it says. Okay, so here, files, file permissions is 644 and 755 for directory, for folder. Folder data. And I Getting error 500. Here in the PHP code, okay. Now it wants me to get direct access. It's not a VP as a shared host. Create a simple PHP script to test the server has proper file and directory access. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I gotta flip a switch in the PHP. So I'm gonna do that real quick and go back to it. So now I'm getting pretty much a blank page where anywhere I go in the thing, even if I do setup.php or functions.php, it comes up blank. So it's gonna give me recommendations for how to fix that. And these are the recommendations it's given me. So a lot of this I've already done with the permissions. It's not a permissions issue. We don't have a .ht access yet. That shouldn't be the issue. We're not using a database. So apparently this DeepSeek software doesn't really keep track of it, the context. And that can really screw things up if you're working on a big project like this one. Yeah, so I don't think any of these options right here apply. Well, what we might try to do is take this into another AI language model thing. And for that, we might leave for another day. So I gotta be up early tomorrow. It's already 1:13, I gotta be up at 4. So we'll pause for now. So now I'm going to install GPT for All, which is a framework that uses the modern format and consistent format of large language models and allow you to download any number of them, even ones that use an API to access outside database. We're going to focus on ones that are local only and commercial permitting. So that's that. The computer has 64 gigabytes of memory, and we got 12 gigabytes of memory for the GPU. All that should factor in and make this all possible. Having it take up where the DeepSeek left off, and see what it corrects and what not. Now this is actually interesting. It says right here, native DeepSeek R1 distilled support. So I could use that in here, and I don't have to do it in the terminal, and it'll be easier for me to cache everything it provides, and maybe extend what it provides. Say no right there, and then we're going to install some of the language models. Not there. So models, you add a model. Okay. I want one that's going to be good for the programming. What programming? Like this MIT one, DeepSeek Distilled 7B, and then we got the 14B. Requires 16 gigabytes of memory. It's 8 gigabyte file storage. Okay, this one is less. 1.5B, that's less. So I'm going to go with the biggest model, which is 8 gigabytes. Or 8 gigabytes, and go from there. There it is. I'm going to click download. There we are. Queue for low reasoning. And while it's downloading that, we're going to pick one other one that's not DeepSeek related. Usually the Llama instructor are pretty good, but we want to get a more advanced one than that. There's the 3B, the 1B. Let's see here, ChatGPT 4, that's going to require an API key. We're not going to use that. I want to make sure that everything is done locally. You can tell it needs an API key if it just says 0 gigabytes required. This is hashing it from a cloud-based provider, and we don't want to have to do that. Now I noticed the Menstral and Herms is actually pretty good. So that might be our test against. And then we'll see which one provides a better website experience based on my criteria. I'm just going to take a look at some other ones here just to see what we're doing here. I might actually get a third one in here if I think it's valuable enough, like Akka Full 2, then Wizard. Well, those both require 16 gigabytes of space, or memory rather. Orca, I think, is pretty good about programming, so we're going to take that one. We're also going to download, let's see, Wizard, gives very long responses. That's what we want. So the Wizard one might be the best so far. Herms is good too. Curated with 300,000 uncensored instructions. That sounds good to me. So I'm going to download that. And a lot of these look pretty good. Trained by Nomic AI. Cannot be used commercially, so I won't use that. No restrictions on commercial use for this one. But it's a much smaller model. A German one. So you pretty much get the idea. I'm going to pause for now until we're ready to do something. Okay, so we get one language model ready to go already. But what we're going to do is, here it is. Okay, looks like it's almost ready. There are those Herms. Well, the other ones are still creeping away. Let's progress on the other ones. What we want to do is load the folder that contains the website as the local docs. So we're going to add a collection. We're going to call this Common Ground 001. This will be the first iteration. And let's see, add containing text files, PDFs, or Markdown. Configure additional settings and settings for extensions, because we want to add what extensions are permissible. Includes PHP, CSS, Java, and HTML. I think that pretty much covers what we're going to be using. So we got that. It's already set right there, isn't it? Saved? Yeah, it's saved. Okay, so now we're going to go to local docs, add a collection, Common Ground 001, and we're going to grab the website, wherever I put it. Did I put it here? Maybe I did. I don't know if I did or not. We go up one level, we're going to say that's it right there. Last modified 1:10 a.m. Yeah, that's about right. Click open. And we're going to create the collection. What it's going to do is it's going to parse and embed it. What's called is embedding. See right there, it's embedding. It's at 0% right now. And identified it as having 1,600 words, 35 embeds. I guess it means 35 files, I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to go to chat. We're going to load a model. The Herms is available right now. Okay, so there is loading the model. Now, I don't think it's embedded yet, and I'm really not sure. So you can attach a single file. I can't really attach. Oh yeah, we want to attach the descriptor file. So that's also under here. Common Ground. Maybe it's not there. I got to go elsewhere for it. So let's go home. Go to root. We're going to go to media, because it's one of the mounted drives. Media. Got the data. We got to mount it. It's not mounted. So we're going to mount the video drive. There it is. There's the video drive. We're going to go to projects under P. See here, P for projects. Does it allow me to load a PDF? Well, we'll load the text version. The text version will load. So I'll go to projects under P's. There's projects. Then we're going to go to sites, I think. Yeah, sites. And then common ground, that's not in there. There's common ground. Maybe I added that as a separate thing here. Again, you want to keep track of where you keep things. It definitely helps, I think. I'm going to do all files here. I don't see it yet. Alright, so we're going to go to Documents. So go back to Home. Home folder for our user. MNHOP, here's Home. Data. I don't know, downloads? Is that where I put it? Telegram. It's not showing files, it's just showing folders, so I'm a little bit mystified right now. Oh, here it is, Common Ground 2. So here we are. Please use the description for the site as a patch and use any relevant attempts to construct the same site criteria in the embedded documents. I am looking for complete coded files. Thank you. I always say thank you because you never know when Terminator is going to be the next thing, and then they ask you what kind of human are you. I'm a nice human, cordial and all. Boom. See what happens. Make use of the screen size. Alright, it's pumping. Definitely pumping. We can take a look at resource usage right here. Split this over horizontally and the top for the GPU. It definitely is using the GPU. We'll do HTOP right here for the processors, and it's maximizing the use of the processors as well. Let's see, memory not so much, but definitely using the GPU resource processing speeds. And the code is. Back over here, see if it's done anything yet. Yep, it's developing it. Nice. So it's creating what looks like a structure for a user profile as a JSON file. It's generating the ASCII characters that it thinks it's going to be using. Eventually I'm going to try this entire website on the Jetson Nano Orin Super, which I got recently. It's just waiting to be configured. I'm trying all this on my computer first to see how far I can get with it, because it is a major project. And it does seem like it's cooking away. It's still cooking away. Yep, still cooking away. It's not that it's not doing anything, it's actually doing something. So even though it gets stuck there, you just gotta wait. Wait it out. So for now I'm going to pause the recording until some more progress and headway is made. Alright, here we are. I forgot to attach the common ground documents from the code generated through using the DeepSeek. So now it's breaking it up a little bit, and hopefully it's going to be able to produce the code for the output. And it may try to challenge me in putting it together myself. So. Here, it's asking questions that it should be asking me, not me asking it. So that's kind of unusual. So I'm just going to reiterate my code for 2 through 10. Number 1 will leave slightly insecure. Website, folks invited to generate. Let's see what it says here. Please provide code for 2 through 10. For number 1, we'll leave slightly insecure. This is not a production stage website. Folks invited to generate an account will be disclosed with a risk in making sure they do not use any sensitive credentials. So that's what I wrote. I spelled some words wrong, but I think it figures it out anyways. So there it goes. It's producing the code finally. So it's going to take a while for it to produce all the code. For the meantime, I'll put this on pause until it's finished. Well, maybe I'll leave it recording. It's kind of interesting to see all this. Alright, so this I have to change. Whatever secure folder. It is asking I might create a folder that is read only to the server, or read and write only from the server side, but unaccessible from outside of the server perspective of things. I already did all that. Okay, please break the files down one by one in their complete form. So it's ridiculous that I have to ask all this, even though I implied it before. Because it's encouraging me to do things myself. And for example, step 8, prepare for a broader release when it's ready. RSS code. These are just snippets. It's not the actual files. Please provide the code for each individual file. So you gotta be explicit when dealing with this. Because it's not going to give you the mile if you ask for the inch, if you know what I mean. I forgot to put the word file, but I think it should figure that out. Okay, now it's searching the common ground folder for the original code generated partly in full by DeepSeek. So here it is, group handler.php. It's rewriting it. Set of functions it's rewriting. So I think it's just mulling over what was already generated by the other language model and framework for all of China. We'll compare and contrast a little bit just to see which of these are working, which aren't. So we got moderation log, set up functions, and we got group handler. It's still rendering. It seems, anyways. Let's see, what 3 sources is it basing this off of? Okay, so group handler, moderation log, and setup functions. Can you please render output of the rest in the local docs? say you gotta like hold this by the hand, so to speak, and keeping in mind it might have some limits based on resources or maybe just hard-coded limits to prevent people from building actual software. What we're looking for here is this. Okay, so I want to see what the resources it's using. It seems to be drilling pretty well. Memory usage is consistently the same, about less than half the capacity. When I was running all this using the GPT framework from China, the DeepSeek, it was using way more memory than this is using right here. So, you know, it's hard to say right now if I actually agree at all with the mainstream media saying that DeepSeek is somehow superior or better or whatever with less work. I don't see that. I don't see that here. This looks like it's doing better. Okay. Please. Well, the style sheets I don't have to re-include. Those are the same. So, what are we missing? Yep. See, 3 done here. So 3 plus 2 is 5. I'm just counting CSS uncounted for. 3 plus 2 is 5. So there's 9 more files. I'm going to say 8 because my count directory is a file. At least 8 more files. Can you please complete these as well? Question mark. Okay, we'll see if it's intelligent enough to keep track of what it's already rendered and be able to be able to rule out the ones it hasn't. So here it is. I'll provide the rendered output for these files as well. Please share the file paths and excerpts for those files so that I can complete them. What do you mean? Okay. The files you requested are in local docs, common ground 001, of which 14 total files specified. This is kind of like trying to file a FOIA request. You got to explain to the department your FOIA and your Freedom of Information Act in regard to where they need to acknowledge first and then find those files and reassure them that it's perfectly legal for them to do so. That's what I feel like this process is here with the GPT stuff. This GPT for all is providing or not providing for that matter. Okay, so it's doing footer and header now, which is good. And then that way for the footer, I guess is the advertisement part. So it's actually producing enough for me to work with, at least starting out. And it looks like, what is it doing here? Google Analytics. Oh yeah, it's providing that too. Nice. So I had to provide the tracking information for the Google Ads when that is ready to be implemented. So here, setup function. So I have a checklist, see what it did and what's left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 more, that leaves it to 10. I think we're still missing some files here. Let me ask it, are there any files missing from local docs? It's not letting me type. Oh, there we go. Are there red, brown, 0, 1, question mark. And I think we got some more heavy language models installed on here too. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to the drawing board if that's better, or build upon what's already been generated just now. I don't see any additional files to include an update from local docs kind of in the previous provided context. The mentioned files are already listed, which include user profile, such and so forth. If there are any more files that need to be included or updated, please provide details for further assistance. Okay, so I think we're at baseline here with what it was able to modify, and everything else that's not modified or mentioned should be left the way it is. So I'm going to pause while I put all that together. So I think what I'm dealing with here is a language model that is not long-winded. We need something more long-winded, and we should have all that downloaded so far. So Orca 2 full should be that, and Quinn DeepSeek should be that as well. We're going to try the Orca first. I'm going to start this one again, so I don't want to erase the conversation. How do I save it? So I might go back to this. Oh yeah, I just do new chat. There you go. Then I pick a model, and we're going to go with Orca 2. Which should be long-winded enough to deal with this. And by now, we should already have that embedded, all that right there. And then we're going to include an attachment for description. And say, please update all local docs file and 0, 1 to conform to feature set as outlined in the attached text file. Boom, let's see if this does it better. This would be cool if it does. I'm pretty sure this is the one that's designed for source, writing code. That should be the long-winded version, I hope. We'll see what happens. We'll pause for now, and when it starts writing, I'll unpause. So it's still trying to put everything together and figure things out. I'm going to look at the resources it's taken up here. And it looks like the memory usage is up, and so is the processing demand for the GPU. The actual processor right now, well, it's not using system memory that much. It's using about just under 16 gigabytes. And the processor cores are about half capacity, if not less. So it's really using the GPU for the most part here. Take a look at where we're at now, if it produced anything yet. Nope, looks like it wants to dick around again. So maybe this is not the one to use. We're going to use another one. Let's see what the resource usage is. Yeah, it's going way down after that. Alright, here we are. We're going to change the language model here. I'm going to copy this text here because I think that's pretty concise and short to the point. And we're going to pick Herms. Yeah, erase conversation. That didn't get anywhere. Alright, so here we are. Alright, we're going to paste this. We're going to attach the specification file, and we're going to click send and see how this one does any better or not. Alright, I'm going to pause now until it starts producing something. But before I do that, we can look at the process resource usage. And it's about the same. It's using the cores too, but mostly, oh, that's a big leap and jump right there. And CPU or the GPU usage. Go back here to that, and I'll hit pause, and once it starts rendering, I'll unpause. So this one doesn't look promising either. It's not producing code that I asked it to. Oh, maybe it's how I asked it. Let me try this. Yeah, let's edit this. Alright, go down here. Let's say, please update all local docs files one by one as completed code, PHP or otherwise, in order to satisfy the website project specifications included in the attached file to the included local docs to inform what the feature set is outlined in the attached text file. So maybe this will, be a little bit more explicit about things. Will help. Here we go. If this doesn't do it, I'm just going to say, just create a website that does this, and use the resources at your thumbtips, whatever. I'll pause for now. Okay, so it's sticking around again. I'm just going to be more explicit. Please provide code to provide the code. Complete source code for what? Thank you. If I can't understand this, I don't know what to say. So it looks like it's going to just generate follow-up questions without doing anything. So I'm going to, again, load another language model. Yeah. So I'm just going to go back to the China model that I used using the DeepSeek program, except this time it's going to be loaded in here. So I'm going to load that model. We're going to include common ground 001. Alright. And then we're going to attach the specification document. Open and paste. Okay. Please update all local doc files to comply with all features specified in the attached text document one by one as completed code files or files against the included local docs. Alright, let's see if this will do it. I think I was redundant there. Hopefully it doesn't confuse it and do something weird. So we'll pause for now until it starts producing content from that language model. So now it actually says it's thinking. That's the first time I saw that. That could be a good sign. Okay, so it looks like it's actually generating some code, but it's really minimizing what really looks like snippets. I don't see it actually generating a whole website. So, implementation system might be a good starting point though if it works. So this is actually working better, but this code is so minimal. I just don't know if it's going to work. or if it's even something we could build upon. So, one television, please. Complete source code. Individually. And completely. I somehow remember this not having to do this stuff. As if they're doing this intentionally handicapping the GPT to prevent students from cheating on their exams. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it seems like it. So I'm going to go ahead and ask it to do that now, because these files are just not, this is super basic stuff. And it doesn't really have the complete code either. It just leaves cavities open for, I guess, a student that's learning to fill. I sent it. It's still stuck on this thing before that. I got some hot chocolate Mexican style making with cinnamon and many other ingredients, including cayenne. I'm going to pause right here until it does something. Oh, there he goes. These are just follow-up questions that have nothing to do with what I'm asking. So it is what it is. Now I get sent this, and then it should output the complete code, I hope. And see where we're at. The worst comes to worst, I'm just going to have to ask it to include the full code of file by file. Because I don't know if my resource limitations on here are hitting a ceiling, and it shouldn't. At least not system memory. Maybe a GPU, it's hitting a thing for that. Yeah, this isn't even a complete file here. It doesn't say what PHP file it is either. Yep. I'm going to ask it again, the same question. I'm just going to provide, have it redo it. There, okay. Maybe it just, it likes to mess up, doesn't it? Error item at index 3 is not a prompt. See, I don't know what that means. I don't want to erase anything. Let me try editing this. Okay. Please provide the complete source code. That one word. We'll simplify the prompts. There. Still error. Index 3 is not a prompt. I'm going to try this, please. Project in complete form. Thank you. Let's see if that works. Oh, you know what? It's not allowing me to do that anymore. So all I could do is edit this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Right here. And then I'm going to execute that command and see what it does. Same error message. So let me see what my resources are at. GPU memory is not flushed. That's got to get flushed before we can do anything. So no idea why that is. Looks like we got to reset this or something. Alright, I'm going to make this easier. I'm not going to include the local documents. I'm just going to include the specification document, because it may be getting confused otherwise. So I'll try one that we tried already, Orca Full. I think that's our biggest language model and is able to do long-winded exercises for code projects. So I'm not going to include any local documents. In fact, I'm going to edit the one that I've been given. Not Genie's note, still going to use the note thing. So note. Notepad, whatever they call it. Here, text editor, there you go. Open that. So basically just Genie, similar to it. Anyways, open it up. Here's the common ground. Okay, we're going to say title. Site title. And then site slogan / subtitle. Get rid of the asterisk, it's going to throw it off, I think. Okay, the rest looks okay. I'm going to save it. Alright. And then we're going to attach it. Okay, I'm going to say, please produce source code complete to achieve all functions specified in the attached text file. Alright, so we're just going to do it from scratch, so here we go. Let's see, where's that now? I just grabbed my drink. Oh, yeah, it says it can't do that. Hello, I'm a chatbot that can help you create source code for your text-based social network site. Please confirm that the text file is the correct specification by typing yes. Okay, so I'm going to do that, yes. I got worried for a second. Okay. Usually when it asks to confirm things like that, it actually doesn't. This may take a few minutes. Okay, cool. Well, now it's being straightforward. It's awesome. some espresso to my drink. Instant espresso. It's Medelica Doro, Italian. Espresso. Give me a good enough kick. It's late right now, it's almost 3 a.m. And an hour and a half I gotta get ready for church setup. So yeah, I didn't sleep tonight. I hit pause here until it's actually generating code. So it's definitely using up there with the GPU memory, but it's not really using any processing yet with the GPU. And we're at about like 30% overhead. It's like it's taking its time. Let's see here. Yeah, it's taking its time. I'm wondering if it's actually doing anything. Let's take a look at the processes listed here. So the GPU is not really being consumed by much. There's this GPT bin chat, 78% of the current usage. And that's memory. Processor is 4%. Oh, that can't be right. No, GPU is 0%. So it's not using the GPU. The only thing using the GPU is the GUI environment, which is around 2%. So I don't know if I broke it or what. So it's not doing anything. And I don't know if the memory needs to be flushed somehow, because I don't know if it unloaded what it started with. And that could be the reason why we're getting those error messages, is it ran out of available memory. I don't know. Why do we do that though, do you? I'm going to hit pause to figure something out. Oh, you know what I just discovered? It's Wizard that allows very long responses. So that's what I need to be using. It's on par with the size of the other language models. So I'm going to go with that right here. I'm going to change the models, I think, and flush out the others. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to use the same prompt with the wizard model. There we go. Click OK, erase conversation, and then wait for the wizard to load. The wizard, I'm going to do this, the Northeastern radio station called the Wizard that I've performed on many times at the candy store. Henchman. Do that. Please produce source code complete to achieve all functions specified in the attached text file. There we go. Ready for this one? I don't know if I am, but let's see what happens. There we go. It's already responding, so that's awesome. Let's see what the resource management is. Oh yeah, it's over the board. So definitely using the GPU this time. So we'll see if Wizard 1.2 is a lot better, I think, than the Chinese model. Again, I use their 9 gigabyte model, which compares with this 8 gigabyte one. I could have downloaded their 400 gigabyte model, which would be insane, but I might have the resources for that. In fact, let's take a look. Do I have the resources for that? So I got a 2 terabyte hard drive as the main hard drive, which would be, let's see here, look at the biggest number here, root. So I got 1.7 terabytes available. So yeah, I could easily fit that in. So yeah, total 2 terabytes, 1.7 available. Maybe I should start downloading that, I don't know. But for now, I'm going to look over here and see what this has produced. So pages, define your target audience, needs and preferences. I have all the specifications about that. I don't know why it's generalizing. Okay. Okay. Can you please provide source code? I explain every function requested, and the common grounds site descript 002.txt file. Oh, it's going way off topic here. It's talking about a bank of sorts. And I just don't know what's going on here now. So, I'm going to stop this because it's completely off topic. And back here, I'm going to edit this. I'm going to say, here, please just provide the source code even if by example. Thank you. Here. This is not branching off. That's what the problem is. It doesn't understand branching. So it's not going to follow my conversation, essentially. I'm going to edit this. All features explained in the attached document. I have a feeling this wizard thing is going to be not the thing to use. We'll see. Now let's talk about marketing. Okay, yeah, this is not the model to use. I'm going to pause and add another model here. So Herms is really my favorite model. Not just by the name, because I own the Herms Rocket typewriter from the 1940s and made in Switzerland, I think. It's a pretty cute thing, but also because this is ideal for coding, I think. At least I've used it before for that purposes. We'll see what happens. And again, we haven't tried this one yet, so maybe our luck is better here. I'm going to pause until it actually comes out with some output. Alright, so it looks like it's understanding it correctly. It's breaking down the description file for how the website needs to come together and support. Now, it's kind of cool. Let's do it now. I just hope it actually provides the code and not just reinterprets in its own way. All these language models are quick to mention any security risks with production site using the method that I'm using. I don't want the websites to be flat. Having a database adds barriers and time needed to back stuff up. I'd rather just transfer everything through FTP. So, it hasn't produced any code. It's just producing a document based on how the website functions. Nobody's not going to be finagling me for bullshit. Going back and forth. I mean, I've generated a code before using these tools, and it seems like the latest language models have some kind of built-in inhibitants. Interesting indeed, of course. Alright, while it's doing that, I'm going to download that very big language model. So, to do that, I'm going to exit out of that. Oh, it's actually by. Okay, that's what it is. It's not exit, it's by. Just like IRC chat protocol. Oh, see, I think you go nasty and something like that. I just want to leave the program and do something else. I'm just gonna cancel out of the program there. Z, process done there. So I want to see Alma. Pull model. Oh, here, list. We want to list models. So we want to get the really big one. Oh, yeah, here. Caps lock. I hate it when that happens. Huh. I want to download a model. How do I do that? It's not showing me that right now. I gotta figure out how to. Oh, what did I do? I got the 9 GB one in there. I guess I gotta run this again. Ah. Just to get another model. I don't know if I'm going to download the really big model, but I'm going to get the one just before that. I think it's 16 gigabytes or something, 20, 30. Oh, I'll find out in a minute. I hit pause right now, nothing's going on. So yeah, the funny thing here is Herms provided incomplete content here, and it only hashed out what looks like the index PHP file. Or just like a jarred combination of snippets that should actually be separate files. Funny. So while I'm waiting on a language model prompt to download a bigger one, I'm going to test this out on Grok. I'm going to attach the file first. That should be under Documents, I think. Yeah, we'll do the PDF document. It's the most recent, I think. Or no, we should do the text file. So that'll be here, right there. And then I'm going to paste that right there. Please provide source code. Please produce complete source code to achieve all functions specified in the attached text file. Thank you. Okay, let's see if it does it. And of course, I'm giving my intellectual property away to X in trying to do this. It is pretty steadfast in producing it, though. That's pretty amazing. Model space, orange, black. Yeah, it's got all that right. Seems they have no problem with Grok, and I only pay $8 a month to have this feature as it is. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to implement what we got here for the site. It seems like it's missing some critical features. For example, the ASCII generator. I don't see that here necessarily. So I think it's going to be piece by piece. It says something about security should be significantly improved. User data should be stored in a database, not plain text files. Well, they don't know me, so I'm not going to really comply to that. I will agree to disagree with you at this stage of development. We're not using a database. This specification for website creation as such is only a proof of concept first, where users are invited only with a clear understanding of the security risks involved in password choice or credential choice. before production state, production status. Okay, there we go. Let's see what it says in response. So I didn't really ask it to do anything. I just explained myself. And there it is. It's in user authorizations. There we are. It actually caught on to what I didn't say I wanted it to do. Isn't that interesting? Quite wild, actually. Now let's look at that. So it looks like Grok is way better than that Chinese thing that we tried, the language model. So I don't know what they're saying. I think they're just making up shit that China's better when they're not. And China knows that. So they're not going to say that theirs is worse. But this is definitely a good demonstration of that conflict right there. So what I'm going to do right here, let's see, that's index. So we're going to start a new folder for this. Because the last few we were working on. So here, make directory. We go right here. Make the common ground number 2. Common ground 2. Okay, nano index.php. Make sure I spell that right. There's that. Save that right there. And then one of the rest of the files here to make this work. There's that. Copy this doc.css. These are unique file names. It shouldn't be too easy for hackers to get in unless they see this video somehow. There we go. We're going to call it doc.css. Okay, save that. Yeah, this one reads a little bit better. The other solutions, not so much. Log in. Yeah, I did have a subscription for a while with OpenAI. I just don't trust them anymore right now with the restrictions and such. So, user content.php and how they are trying to make money with it. Even though I was paying 20 some a month for it. It's user content. .php, save, and this one has some error prevention too. Post.php, nano, post.php, save that, and I think we want the group stuff in there too. So here's users, php, paste. So we'll have to add to that later. I'm going to do that off screen, so I don't get prematurely hacked for whatever it's worth. Login.php. Oh, we got that already. Is it the same? Filter, analyze. Okay, no, this is got the invite thing in there too, so that's new. I'm going to erase that and put new code in here. There's that. And then next up, PHP has been updated. Okay, that's good. So PHP. There we are. Shift. Oh, yeah, obtain for the ad area. Okay, good. Okay, anything we're missing here? Rather than migrate before production. That's good insight. Okay, what are we missing? We're missing groups. Provide the source code for groups. There you are. Okay, using JSON files for storage. This is group management source code. Copy that. PHP. Okay, that. And a group page here. What was that? PHP. Okay, group page. Nano group page of PHP. There's that. Okay. So I think we're almost done here. Though we need to update to any of the other files need updating for the group creation and management to become accessible. And we'll see, yes. Okay, so we gotta update the index. And user content. Okay. Oh, utils.php. And what is this here? Include utils. Okay, so here we go. Utils.php. Well, so far this has been the best tool to use, and it's not even using the resources on this computer to produce results. And then for index, we'll just have this include thing right here. So, nano index, where is it here? Include that, and we'll include this too. Save. Okay, so there. And then this one, we add the CSS there to it. Add to existing styles. So nano. Like that. And put at the end. There we are, additional ones, which will save. What else is the recommendation here? So user content.php, existing code for user profile. So here, nano, user content. And we're looking for the one, existing code for user profile. So. From new post, existing profile. I don't know where to put it. I think I put it here. Paste. Okay. I think we get rid of this. And we get rid of this here. It's all part of that thing. Okay. And then if we have to, we might have to do that too. So index.php, add a link management for logged in. Group management rather. Existing code for non-logged in users. So we want to do index. Existing code for non-logged in users. So it does that. So we'll put it right over here. And we get rid of the, you don't want to embed PHP statements. So it can be separate snippets, but not embedded or nested rather. So I think we're good to test this. I'm going to hit pause. Alright, looks like we finally got something working here. Common Grounds, where together matters. Welcome to Common Grounds. This site is a beta and invite only. If you have an invite, please use it below. So there's that, and invite link. I think we're going to do a little bit more CSS to polish this up a little bit better. So I think it needs to be maximized on the screen here, you know, to conform to whatever shape and density a screen is for a display. It's not too responsive now, and I think the text needs to be bigger. But for now, I'll leave it as is and just test the functionality of it first. So now we're going to try to log in for the first time. Okay, we're here. I've refreshed because I just updated users file. And an email that I'm going to use. And then password. Password I'm going to use. Or did I specify it's this one? Let's see if that works. Invalid invite link. Okay, so apparently I need an invite link as exclusive. And I don't have that. So I'm going to, let's see here. Maybe I entered the wrong password. Let me try to see. And do it without a character that I don't know if I used or not. No, it still does that consistently. I'm going to look at the file right now just to see what password we're using. And to do that, I got to go to the other system. I'm going to pause this for now. So I'm going to try again, except with another account that I created in the database. From my Catalyst. And see if that gets us in. Invalid link. Okay. So it's looking for invite link. Okay. So we got to go back to the source development here. Is there something that we're missing? We did that. We did all this for our user content. All right. User login returns. What's the thing here when we try to log in? See here. Invalid invite link. Invalid. That's invalid. Link. Users.php. Let's see if we could fix this with just this specification here. So it's updating the login file. We're going to do that right here. Nano login. And apparently, okay, yeah, it's a small file. Apparently, I need some more juice. Let's see how many lines it is. 31. And that's a little bigger than the first attempt. And then what else it needs? That's it. Okay, so I'm going to pause while I get that loaded. So the login script with that modification is about just less than twice as big. And in that case, we're going to see if this works. There's that. Okay. Do that. All right. I'm going to try my login first. Okay. And then password. I'm going to make it okay. All right, let's see if we get in. Yep, we're in. Haven't joined any groups yet. User profile not found. So you click on your profile. Let's see, we get this error message. So yeah, we'll just build it up from here. Error when trying to create profile. Is there a folder that needs to be generated beforehand? Running the site. I don't know if it's asset or data or something else, because I haven't looked at the code too deeply. I'm going to try that. Let's see if it's in here, and I don't see it on the screen currently. So here, okay, what is this here? Directory for JSON files is docda. Okay, so that's what we hear. How we resolve the issue. So this will create the folder for profile.php. Do we even have that created yet? I don't remember profile.php being a thing. So that's an example of something it did not provide, so when it should have. Okay, so we got that. All right, I'm going to pause for now, and then we'll return when we got it going. Okay, so I got the profile.php loaded. We're going to see what difference it makes. There. Over here. And right there, we're going to resubmit. Okay, here we are. Bio. political affiliations, your posts, post title, message. So this is really just rudimentary. It doesn't provide an option for uploading an image, for instance. If I click on groups, if it doesn't exist, you'll create it with this man and men. Okay, so that looks good so far. Definitely have to do a facelift on this, but so far it looks okay. We can log out if we want. So your profile, refresh. Okay, so we definitely have to include things in that. I also want us to be able to import XML files generated by a Facebook backup copy and just produce the text only, retaining dates and times of the original postings. So that's going to be a follow-up once I get all this working. Here we are. So, well, before we do that, post title, there also should be sources, not just message. For posts, they need to contain another input, another message box titled sources that are supposed to provide area for user to provide sources to support their post. Their post's conclusion, if one is included. Let's see what else we want to change there. Also, a function to upload for the profile impression, the image upload that converts the image to ASCII art at 128 by 128 characters at 0.2 font. Yeah, 2-point font. Size font. Alright, so here we go. Let's see if this works. Also, there should be an optional upload box for image types that get the same treatment as the profile ASCII art, except half that size, 64 by 64 pixels, cares at 2-point font size. Alright, let's see if it fixes that with these specifications here. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so here's post.php. It's updating that. It should modify the script to include a sources. Okay. Does that. Is that it right there? Post. Yeah, the profile.php. And then generated ASCII art. Alright, so I'm going to modify these code right here and then reflect it when I get back. And so I told it to reproduce the profile.php file with the added functions that I requested, ASCII art, the extra fields for uploading, having it not save the pictures that it uses to convert to ASCII, and all the whole 9 yards. So really just one file we got to update, which is profile.php. So the ones we're updating right now is users, login, profile, post, and profile. Oh, just users, login, profile, and post. Those four. All right, modifications have been made for the connectivity of groups and profile finishings. Over to the output of the site here, and I'm just going to go to the root. I'm still logged in the cache, so it shouldn't affect anything here. I click on my profile. All right, and here I could choose an image. It doesn't say what that is for though. Is one of them is for a post. The other one is for the profile, the ASCII art thing. For the pictures, and I just pick something here that Mike and Joe, okay, with the right aspect ratio maybe. I'll find something that's really identifiable here. Oh, here, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Select. And see, that does anything. Oh, it should be a JPEG. Anyways. Oh, it does display it there, so I'm going to click post. And see if we go to profile. It doesn't show that. Maybe it's this one we got to use. There's that, and then post. Profile. Okay, so there needs to be a separate action for that. And we need to be able to edit this stuff here, so. That might be a separate page entirely. Please allow user to edit the following content for public display to anyone who visits the profile. Again, for profile image, and generate ASCII art of the profile photo loaded. And once photo is processed to ASCII art for profile, delete the original uploaded image. Also delete any images post-processing purpose. Profiles and groups. Okay, here we are. So a little bit more explicit specification. We'll get the code we need for that. I'll pause for now until we're ready to run another example. Alright, so I updated the profile code. It's 4.7 kilobits now, which is pretty big for starting out. And also realized that the folder for where it stores profile information was not generated, so I artificially generated that. Okay, so we're going to go to the main base of the site. I'm going to refresh it. Alright, and then I'm going to go to profile. Okay, here you can input the information. Political affiliations needs to be a drop down. Credit score. That shouldn't be in there like that. Jesus. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion, I guess, it gets from this. Okay, I want to update the profile image. Post, create new post. Yeah, I definitely got to fix some things in there visually and functionally. So we're going to grab that thing of Robert Kennedy again. I don't know if it's compatible with what P images. Looks like it is. And then update profile here. There it is. So it's doing that correctly. That's good. The current profile image. Right, I'm going to bio. Let's see here. Founder of Common Grounds. Alright. And then, let's see what we got here. Non-political. One or what? Unspecified. So yeah, that needs to be a drop down. Party affiliation needs a drop down. Function specified. What else? What else do we need? Can we change right now with this? Over here. Oh yeah, credit score. We're not doing that. I guess it's just Control Tab, not Control Tab. So I can here also. Methods. Oh. Okay, so we got that added in there. What else? Tab. Political affiliations drop down. We got that. Bio is fine. Good score. Image. Okay, everything looks good except that. And then we also want to update the CSS. Append to the CSS file that all links should appear as square buttons. Following the orange on black and invert with mouse hover over. Alright, let's see how this responds. Let's see, now political is default. Where does it define the options here? I wonder. Here it is. Okay, left all the way to other. Good, conservative, right? Okay, curious. Yeah, now it's got all the options. That's good. And then we append to the CSS file. This one is profile.php. So far it is, how many lines? 126 lines. Let's see when we add this how many lines it is. There will also be some kind of inhibitants here. You see how this code is blue here? And when I delete something, it brings it back to life. I think it's one of these keystroke things causing that. I'll find out real soon if that's the case. I don't know what's the case here. So we got that, we got that, we got that, we got that. There's something going on here. Profile preview. I think it runs the code anyways. It might just be how Nano is insufficient to deal with parsing all that much. I'm going to pause now and then I'll see how this works. Oh yeah, I should look at how big it is. The last one was 126, now it's 119, so it's actually lost some weight, it looks like. Alright, now we're going to pause. Alright, let's see what we got cooking here. We're getting pretty close. to alpha state. Okay, so did that, update profile. I'm going to make this 5 right there. Okay, update profile, there we go. Okay, and then here, I could do this right here, credit score and score. Credit score, trust score. I'll change that manually. So, let's see, what am I? I'm curious, I'll just save that. Okay, update profile, good. Okay, profile's updated. Just for editing's sake, I'm going to specify here that I want. Okay, what do we got here? So what I want here we got to adjust this too because it's skewed a little bit, or not skewed, what do you call that? Disproportionate. We got to do half on the vertical and keep it horizontal the same for that to work well. So credit score. So I want to change score to trust score. Okay. Please change the text score to trust percent. As that is different from the credit score. And then what else we want to do here? I want to do something else, I think. Oh yeah, the picture. So okay. Also for the ASCII art. No examples. From all. Profile or post. Make sure that vertical is half size of horizontal. Has to not change original. The proportionate. Okay, let's see here. This works right here. Vertical, spell that right. And enter. Alright, I'm going to pause here until we get the modification updated. So we went from 119 to 134 for the number of lines in the profile code. Okay, the profile code is updated. We're going to take a look. Right. Refresh this. Yeah, we're going to continue with the submission. Alright, so yeah, trust percent, I changed that. Credit score, change that. We're going to try uploading this again. Yeah, a smaller one, no, that's fine. Do that. I'm going to click update profile. There we go. Okay, now the proportion is right. So let's edit profile. Oh, so something all these menus should have is a footer and a header. Here we go. We got this working now perfectly nice. So click real profile, post title. So it's credit score minus 12. I don't know what that's about. We do need sources. So that's not in there yet. Oy. I don't know where the negative 12 comes from for credit score. If we go to profile. We can't edit that at 0. So it's probably getting that from a prior data file. So let's see here. Groups. Let's go to groups here. Note that the group doesn't exist. You'll create it with you as the admin. So that's what we'll do here. Okay, large language models, LLM. They'll create that. Okay. And does that work? Let's see here. We don't want to do that. All right. Anyways, we got to include the header and the footer throughout the website. Okay, please include a header and footer in all generated pages. The footer and the menu in the header should be floating is hovering while site is scrolled and navigated. Alright, let's see if this will work. We're getting pretty close. Pretty close, aren't we? So there we go, and the cascade style sheets are updated. This is quite amazing here. So nano header.php paste. Okay, and then we gotta do the footer. That's index. Now where are we? Oh yeah, here's footer. Alright, nano.php. Yeah, we don't even have that in here. Wow. Okay. And then CSS, add the styles to the header for floating. Copy. We do the CSS. We just add to it. This is not necessarily the full thing, but now it is. Yeah, it's all in there. Okay, good. And then update existing PHP files. Main code goes here. And footer, so your main content goes here. And we got this right here. So first we're going to do this. We're going to do the bottom part. And this is for index and profile. Index, profile, and group. The footer goes right here. Shift. Alright, we'll save. And then the first part right here includes the header, so we can do that. Then we'll get rid of the redundancies when we get to it, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, save that. We got to do the same thing for profile. Boom. That was the latest one, the top one, include the header right here. And then the footer down here. Oh, that's index. There's the index. What are we doing right now? Profile. Yeah, we're doing profile. So profile includes the whole thing there. We can do this right here. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just includes this. Index is different. Okay. Save that. Okay. Do we have folder here? Nice layout. Yes. We got the folder there. Okay. All right, now let's send those files over. I'm gonna pause right now. Okay, changes posted. I'm gonna take a look right now. Right here. I created a group name, but I didn't show the groups. I didn't show it as created, so. All right, there's a lot of redundancies going on here. Let's go to groups and say LLM join. So it doesn't create the group, so group still needs to work. I'm not worried about that right now. Group page, we got to put that content in the group page too. But anyways, here for the footer and header, profile, there it is. Your profile, yep. Add change any of that if I needed to. Now let's see here, profile, groups. Go home. Home should be the feed. Post title. Oh, sources. Yeah. Okay, see here. Posting content on profile and feed. List post sources. Message. Alright, there we go. So post.php has to be modified. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to pause from that. Yeah, so I made significant changes to a lot of the files with updates and trying to get this production ready almost. At least demonstration ready. Okay, so there's a lot of redundancies from the old code, so I'm going to do a refresh here. There we go. Okay, so groups haven't joined any. User profile not found, so if I click on your profile, I should be able to add it. Bio. Ziggy! Turn off the alarm. Founder of Common Grounds. Political, non-political is default. Let me just say curious. 500%. Okay, those are right. And then profile image. We'll do Kennedy here again. There you see it. Update profile. And there's the profile image. Looks good to me. Yeah. I'll click on my profile. It shows that. There should be a link for a feed. But you know what's cool is you got the menu floating and you got the feed floating. Go to groups. Let's see if we create a group LLM. I'll create it if it's not there. Okay. List. Yeah, it seems to be redundant here. There's some redundancies. It still didn't add an input box for sources, which is really bothersome for me. So yeah, there's definitely more things to improve on. It's not listing the group or remembering the group that I created. So there's definitely room for improvement here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's being recursive on this generation here. If I go to groups and I go back, it's going to be a fourth one there? No, just the three. Let's try posting something. Hello world. This is a simple hello world message. And I'm going to post. There we go. There's that. And there should be 0 stars. Okay, yeah, because nobody has voted on that. That's a placeholder. I gotta edit a function later. But really the most important thing now is, oh yeah, we gotta plug the current year. Plug in current year. For footer, plug in variable for current year according to server. The server host. Okay, so 1, and then 2, add input box for sources per post. Okay. And then what else? Prevent redundancy. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, create a link in the header for feed that displays the content according to the user's preferences. Other people's posts. Again, as specified in the original document. There we go. So we got 3 things we're going to change now. I'm going to hit pause until those changes are implemented. Alright, so we're getting there. I might have messed some things up. We'll see. Because some of the files I update are a lot smaller, but then again, we're getting this redundant content, so maybe that got resolved. So we're going to refresh. Alright. There we go. So we got feed, profile, group, log out. Let's look at the feed. Feed doesn't really do much. Okay. Profile. Okay. Source URL or description, add source. Okay, that's good. So there's 2 upload boxes, so I don't get that. Okay, it's there. Create a post is there. So that's profile. We go to profile to add to your profile. Okay, if we go to feed, there's nothing. If we go to groups, that needs to be worked on still. Even if I create a group, it doesn't seem to do anything. And groups also needs to have that thing. So let's do that first. Here, no, not that one. I want to do this one here. So groups. Okay, please update groups PHP file with header and footer included. Fix footer to be centered on screen right now. The text for footer goes off the window. Also, group creation does not yet populate. Please provide include in-group action change from public to private. Okay, and then what's the other thing we gotta work on here? Group name. I think that's it. And here, and then feed should work once it gets populated. Profile here, feed right there, groups, go back, and then log out. Okay, so we got those three things. Let's execute the changes. So let's see here, we will do that. 3, please also make the size of input boxes scaled to width of screen, especially for smaller width screens. Alright, let's see if that does what we wanted. Pause while it's generating all that. Okay, so moment of truth. I think we are getting somewhere with this. We should reload that. Alright, look at the feed. Nothing's in feed. If I go to profile, and just lists all that. All the redundancies. Okay, anyways, let's go to group. So group name, join or create, good, and make it public or private. That's a good major improvement. Let's do LLM, and we're going to make it public, create. There we go. And I'll go to groups. It's not showing it. LLM, we're going to go join. Yeah, it's not showing it. Now fix that. Group creation and joining. Group creation and joining. And either produce a list. Oops. Okay, we want to fix this first. This is major. You gotta update the code. Let's upgrade to correctly update the group list. Alright, so we'll pause for now. Alright, so I'm updating the code to display the feed and the profile. And the next thing I'm going to do to prevent bottlenecking once the site gets populated, to use the lazy load function with PHP. So I just scroll it loads. It doesn't load everything, and you have to wait for it. Okay, there we are. To use the JavaScript to do it. Okay. And for now, I'm going to update this code here. It's getting pretty big, isn't it? Okay. Also, the math have been improved for the credit score and percentage stuff. So what we got here is this profile.php, which is getting pretty big and mature. Last one was 195 lines. Let's see, this is more than 200 lines of code. Let's take a look. Save. Yeah, 224 lines of code. Alright, let's see the next one we're updating. So those are the ones updated from the prior. We gotta update this first. That's simplified for feed. So you go to feed. I don't know if I already did this or not. It's 77, we'll find out. It's the same or not. 77 lines. Is anything different? Yeah, so you see about the same. Can't really tell if that's a new one or not. Page down. Profile we added, updated, and then JavaScript for lazy loading. Add this script to your header, or create a new JavaScript file and link to your header. I'm just going to put it in the header. What the hell? So header, nano header. Let's see what that does. Okay, where did I include it in the header? Where does the header go? I'm going to put it in the bottom of the header because I really don't know. Okay, save that. And then, what do we do here? And we need a complete profile, and we need a complete feed. Update CSS. Please provide complete profile PHP. Complete. What's the group one? Feed.php. PHP. What else do we need to do? Get the CSS. You want to add that right away. If you have direct images linking to content to do that, we're going to skip that for now. That's kind of a little ridiculous that we're at right now to do that. So I'm going to have these updated full and full, as well as changing the CSS, adding that to the CSS. So single line, and paste, save. So we're at almost 200 lines for the CSS file. And we got the full thing here being generated. Okay, so there's that. Still generating. Yeah. I'll pause now and then we'll record when we're ready to add more to it. Updated. Yeah, it's supposed to be up now, getting ready for the work. Modify, 558. Open. Latest updates. Okay. Here, let's update stuff here. This. And this. It is. Boom. It is. Boom. CSS is profiles is feeds is cool. Okay. Got that done. Oh wait, we haven't sent it to the server. Let's do that real quick. Refresh. Boom. Group management is a new one. Oh, we got that there. We really need is the 50s. Here. Upload. So that's right. Oh, because it's the same session. That's why newer overrides. Okay. Okay, so groups needs help. Right now it's using one file to keep track of all groups when it should be individually. So let's see here. Please update so each group is contained in its own file. Using group as a prefix and the name of the group as its suffix. Please sanitize naming to avoid spaces and special characters. Entering into the following information. That. And then I'm going to just a malformed issue. I'll pause for now. So now this is going to be quite exciting to see if all this works. We added so far. I did delete the profile information, so we got to do that again. I'm going to put in curious, and here founder of common grounds. Profile picture, we'll add that right here, I think. Yeah, it's a profile picture, Kennedy. Right? And then we click update profile. There we go. And then over here, post title and sources. Oh, this looks much better formatted than what it was before. Still the footer though, it's killing me. Alright, anyways, so we're going to do this. Yeah, I think it was malformed before the JSON file. So, hello world, testing this potentially great networking site. Okay. And I'll do that. Add source. Page telegram. Add source. And then choose a picture. I'll do something other than that. I'll do the plane, see how that comes out in ASCII. Land. There's that. And then we click post and we'll see what happens. Undefined. Okay, so it's not just malformed. There's something else going on right here. Yeah, it doesn't show up in the feed. I gotta let that know. Let's see, undefined. Posts are showing up as undefined. No content. And an empty feed. Alright, let's see if this is an easy thing to fix. It should be. It's just one last little detail and we're good to get ready for church. Let's see what I'm doing now. 524. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so we're updating the feed document, looks like. Copy that. We're updating the feed. Does it say what's causing that? Profile and feed have to be updated. Okay. Let's see how big this is. Okay, 79. And here's that. And how big is it now? 82. Okay, so that's good. A little bigger. Size doesn't always matter though, but sometimes it usually does. This is the part where I need the complete profile.php. Copy this. Goes in the header, so please provide full profile. Is that profile? Yeah, profile.php. far. Also, does the lazy update still go in the header file? Alright, here's the full one right there. Oh, credit 5, trust percent 100. Okay, I did all that fine. Just go in the order that lost it. Really specified. I'm going to pause the recording. Nothing's going on much now but the code generation. Alright, I think we're almost wrapping up here. One feature I want to add to it eventually is to import XML or JSON formatted backups from Facebook that you can request. And they still offer that, and I'm surprised nobody else has produced social media where you could import that. It'd be nice if you could. So, it's updated now, and here's the post. And there's the little picture icon. I think we need to improve that somehow. A little testing this, but I'm sure great networking site. Am I able to edit a post? I should be able to edit a post. Now if we go to the feed, what happens? No post to display in feed. Probably because I have to add something new to it. Phone number 2. Hi there. And then page, let's see, really that page, telegram.com, add source, and then here I'm going to put a website in here, see if it embeds it. I'm taking open graph stuffs, images.org. Okay, we're going to choose a graphic. I'll leave something that looks like something when it gets posted. I guess I'll just be this profile picture, guys. I really don't have much on here. Maybe look downloads, maybe? I have something, or we'll do this IBM thing. No, that's not going to work. Telegram downloads, maybe? Anything? Nah, there's nothing, so I'll just do that for now. Alright, and then we're going to post. Everything look good here? Everything looks good. Post. There we go. Hello there. Page.com, test it. Let's look in the feed, see if it's there. Nope, no post to display in feed. Let's look at groups. So I'll create LLM group. Create, it's public group. There it is. Now I should be able to go to that group and post, right? Do I have to join first? It says that I'm joined. So I don't know. It's starting to come together though. I'm a bit excited about this. Looks like we're in the realm of possibilities. I'm going to go back here and just say that no button. And you should be able to edit your content. So your profile. Number 2. Okay. Let's see, allow editing or deleting of owned posts. Also provide ability for other users to vote up or vote down in any posts with their ability to comment. where social credit 1-0.5 is based solely on number of posts with versus without any sources. Okay, so we spot rate. It was 2 L's again. Groups are created, however, no link to visit and manage. Also, what are we also looking at here? Links and posts. Let's see if we can do that. This is just never ending, I think. See, edit posts. It's a whole new thing. Edit post, delete post. Delete post. Oh. Comment. Vote and profile. CSS file. So that's vote. $28. 57. Okay, that's right. And then I want to do profile.php. See, we're at 278. What are we at now? Still running. It's definitely bigger. Almost there. Almost there. It was going to be a 3-hour video, I think, from establishing a competitive contender to Facebook. There's a CSS. That's been what I've been wanting to get working for a long time. So do that. Nano CSS. Right here, we add this here. That's bigger. I'm going to go to profile. So you'll see it's 178 lines. Did we do that yet? I don't know if we did. Check it here. Profile.php. And update that. So profile.php. There we go. So it was 278 before. Let's see what it is now. It is 287, so a few more lines of a difference. We updated the CSS. Did we update everything already, I think? Alright, I'm going to put this on pause and we're going to see what changed here. And so here we are. Hopefully this is the final version 1 of the site. We're going to go to profile. There it is. So it shows resources and links. Alright, but the links are not really activated. We can click on them. So we'll change that eventually. Let me get these brackets out of feed. Well, feed still does not show anything about groups. Can we do groups now? I think what I got to do is I got to delete what's already there. Okay, finally it does that, and finally it does this. It didn't do it for choose file. Do the same for choose file. Choose file, okay. Choose file. Buttons are unchanged. Can the black text and orange background be implemented for the choose file buttons as well? And for profile images, no. Paste that. Jesus. Profile. And our profile image. Please update. Please update profile image. Animal profile, PHP. Okay, we got that. We're going to pause recording for now. Okay, so I updated the profile to include more variation of up to 10 characters for the ASCII art. And I updated the CSS for more consistent aesthetic throughout the site with the orange and the black combination. We'll see how this looks in a minute. Alright, so this will be the moment of truth here. A lot of things I'm hoping got fixed with this social media site we're putting together. So I go to profile here. And it doesn't have anything because I deleted the JSON file just to prevent any malform in these. And it looks like this button is not changed yet, but the other ones are. That's okay for now. We're more worried about function than anything else. So, okay, good. I can see the text there. Founder of Browns. I'm going to say curious. Alright. Profile image. I'm going to go down to... Now, it's going to look a lot better this time because rather than just having 2 characters to work with, it's got up to 10 variations of characters. So we'll see what that looks like. So we got our profile updated. Boom. And there we are. It doesn't look like it's that varied, but there's definitely more definition now than there was before. I'm going to make a post. Hello world. This is a test of words. Let's see, on a platform towards a more united public. And then sources, we'll do Wikipedia, add source, and we'll do the other site, my site, which is a graphic for this plane or whatever. Do that, and we're going to click post. There we go, post is there. Plain image doesn't look too much like anything, but I could delete and edit it if I wanted to. That produces an error. Okay, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Editing does not work yet. If we go to the feed, it doesn't show any posts yet. So we got to fix that. And then in a group, let's do LLM. And I create the group. It's public now. And there's no way to go into the group. So that still needs work. So far, we're getting somewhere. And a lot of it's not getting anywhere, to be honest. Because, I posted here, hello world, and it doesn't even bother to show up anywhere. So I'm going to try to make this smaller here. See if we can fit the text in there. Yeah, so we got to fix that. It looks like there's a unused space on the left, and I don't know what that's about. So there's definitely room for improvement here. It's not all dandy yet, but it's getting there. So without further ado, I'm going to close this video. It's already almost over 3 hours and 2 minutes, and we'll follow up again later.